All right, welcome to Viewpoint Ministries podcast. This is the time we get to look into a particular topic for the day, and we will talk about it today. We're going to be looking at how does the element of pride drive the desire to become independent. Now, we just handed a program where we talked about the essence of human existence, and basically we looked at the book that was written by Dr. Sam Arthur where he looked into dependence, interdependence, and independence. And that's the book on your screen right now if you are watching. But if you are listening on the podcast, we want you to go over to the YouTube where you will be able to see the topic we talked about today, the essence of human existence. Okay. But at a later time, of course, we're going to be releasing this podcast as a video format. But for now, it's going to be coming out as a audio podcast. Okay, so I will bring Dr. Aver to come online and also to help us to talk about this topic right here. Dr. Aver, thank you so much for what you have done over the live YouTube and for making this podcast as well possible for us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Luabi. This is a very interesting question. Talking of the element of pride and its role in the desire to become independent. When for one to get the real concept of this question, one will have to look at what independence really means. When people say they want to be independent, what are they really looking at? No, the person who wants to be independent is the person who, in the real sense of it, does not want to be influenced by other people at all, does not want to be controlled by other people at all. They just want to be on their own, including getting counsel. Getting any form of counseling from anybody. They do not want to do to get that. So these people, they live and behave and they act on their own, and they are opinionated in the things that they do. Because in their own way, it is either the way they want it or the highway. These are the things that the people who seek and pursue independence. That's the extent to which they can go. And anything that makes them to feel like they are not doing what they feel they are doing now makes them to become haughty in their outlook, and in their demeanor. And so when you look at it, looking at all of this, you would know that independence, the pursuit of independence, is largely driven by pride. Take, for example, the young people. Why do they look forward to this? They want to be free. They feel they will be free from their parents. Some of them, they want to feel like, yes, then I'll be on my own. I can make my own decision. So pride really plays a big role in this. And when you look at it, they the desire to be free is actually the desire to show their pride. That's what it really means. But many of them, what happens is, of course, they end up just surviving instead of living life, and that is the example of in the Bible we have the example of the prodigal son. Pride. The pursuit of independence. That's what led him to tell his father, "Give me my own thing. I'm going." Pride. I want to live life by myself. Pride. That is what. So pride is written all over independence. No, and like I said, giving us the example of Eve, the Bible makes it clear that pride actually is one of those things. Because if you look at the book of First John, it says that the loss of the loss of the flesh, the loss of the eyes, and the pride of life. Pride again in that pursuit of independence. So pride is a major factor in the search for independence. And when you look at it, when the Bible says that pride comes before the fall, that's exactly what happens, and it is so evident. Like I said, in the life of Eve, in the life of the people at Babel, at the Tower of Babel, in the life of the prodigal son, is there. And again, more so when they seek independence from God, like I was saying earlier. So a proud person is somebody who is being egotistic. Like I said, their own opinion, that's the only thing that count matters. The proud person is one who self glorifies himself. Okay? Nobody is like me. A prideful person is self centered, self seeking. That is what they do. And when you look at it, those are the core elements of what actually go into the pursuit of independence. And that is how the element of pride is all over it. Now, an element of pride will not find its way in the interdependence uh, community. Why? Because pride in itself means I'm better than you. But in the interdependent community, there's nothing like I'm better than you. You value everything in each person. Everyone has something to contribute. Everyone has something to contribute. No matter, and you don't sit down and then weigh the value that is there. Even somebody who is blind has something to contribute. Even somebody who cannot move, who is lame, has something to contribute. And that is what, you know, you do not find in interdependent. But where pride is, which really pursues independence, and that's what it is, there is no room for all the things that you enjoy in the interdependent community. So pride is a major factor. And that pride is what is also contributing to the challenges that we have in life, the rancor, the crisis, everything that we have. It is. And then look at the example of being disentangled as a family. Like we said before, pride is it. Pride makes me to not want to ask another person a question for them to, tell me, because I will feel like, oh, maybe that person is thinking that I don't know, or maybe that person will think that they know better than me, or that person may ridicule me and say, hey, you didn't even know this. That's what pride does. So pride at the end of the day debars us of those benefits that would have been enjoying as people who are in the interdependent community. It deprives us of it. So pride needs to go away, just like we need to de-emphasize, we need to de-emphasize independence. One thing I will say is, like we have mentioned throughout, our discussion, not that independence is bad. But independence should not be a permanent place. It should be just a bridge. And pride will not have any part of that. Pride will not want anything to be just a bridge. It wants a permanent. And that's why pride has a pride is an ally of independence, but it should not be. It should not be. So if we're able to deal with pride, we'll be able to open up and then be able to promote an interdependent community, because we'll be able to relate to everyone. We'll be able to change, to exchange things with everyone. We'll be able to value everyone. Everyone's opinion will matter. Everyone will be praised together. Nobody will be put above the other. Everyone will be able to benefit from that community of people, from the community of character. But pride needs to go away. So yes, the element of pride drives the desire to become independent. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Very powerful, and I would encourage anyone that is listening to go on Amazon and go look for the essence of human existence and exploration of the interdependence concept, written by Dr. Sam Alpha. So please go grab yourself a copy. As we are rounding up today, speaking in chapter 2 of the book, you said independent thinking does not entertain advice because it
That's
is
right.
considered by the independent thinker as a sign of weakness. So,
Yes.
what a powerful one. What a powerful one. But all I can say is to encourage everyone. This is a book you must have in your shelf. It's a book that you have to read. If possible, if I can make prescription for that, read it once in a year, because it will remind us to know that we are not existing only for ourselves. We exist because of others as well. But I will encourage you, though, if you are listening to these or you are watching it on any of our platform, feel free to go to our YouTube page and go and watch the essence of human existence. You will get more better understanding there. But the most important, get the book for yourself, get it for your family member, get it for those at your workplace that you're thinking that they are difficult to work with or difficult to deal with. It will open up a line of communication. So we hope that you have enjoyed what we have for you on this side of the podcast today. And Dr. Arthur, thank you so much for making
Thank,
this podcast possible for us.
thank you very much for the invitation. It's all my pleasure. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so please stay with us in the studio. Okay, so to everyone that are listening to us, we thank you, and we hope that you will go to our website www.fieldpointministriesinternational.org or fieldpointministries.org. Visit our website today, and if you have questions for us, feel free to send it to info@fieldpointministriesinternational.org, and we will be glad to respond to you as well. Well, this is where we are ending this podcast today. Until next time, I remain yours, Solomon Oluwabiye. Have a wonderful week, everyone.